Do you need some new gym gear and want to give back to the community at the same time? Aperio Athletics has you covered with 5% of all profits going towards the Canadian Mental Health Association. Sign up for their rewards program and receive $5 off your next order. Use code JUNGLE15 to get 15% off your first order. I got this brand new hoodie sent to me from Aperio Athletics, and I am absolutely loving it. I've been wearing it every single day. The quality is incredible, very nice and warm. It's perfect. And I'm just absolutely loving it. They sent me a shirt too, also very nice and breathable material. It's very high quality stuff. So thanks to Joel over at Aperio Athletics for that. And visit the Aperio Athletics online store at aperioathletics.com to claim the benefits and rewards waiting for you. Be sure to follow them on Instagram and TikTok at Aperio_athletics to be the first to know of all the latest product releases and exclusive offers.
Good. Thanks for having me on, boys.
Honor to have you on the show, buddy. Honor, absolutely an honor.
I know my brother texted me and was like, someone I know like knows you and has a podcast and like would love to have you on. And I was like, all right. And then you text me on Instagram and you were like, you said something about like your girlfriend works with my brother, and then and then you called me a Chiefs legend, and I was like, that's all I really saw, and I was just like, all right, well, I guess. And I sent
thanks for giving us a shot.
I sent it to my girlfriend, and I was just like, man, I'm a Chiefs legend apparently.
That's so funny.
You're up there, bro. I gotta say, like, I was when you were playing, I was playing for Fraser Valley, so you're kind of a generation before me, but everyone wanted to get to the Chiefs, man, and you were the man on Chilliwack at that point. So it was cool coming to watch you for sure.
Oh no, it's well, like I had I guess we'll kind of jump into Chiefs stuff right away, but yeah, I had my last year, obviously the COVID year, obviously kind of just a crazy year, just a year where guys are just kind of there to just play like as much as you can because no one else is really playing. And Lucas Bourdon was on the team, and I like posted a picture. I was like fifth year in the WAC, like with like a grandpa emoji, and this guy just comments, I remember when my dad was still paying for my ticket to come watch you play. And I was like, that was the first time where it's like, I was like, wow, they're like, obviously in like Adam, Pee Wee, like you have the 1 year age gap, like both ways. But to really think like, man, I was playing juniors when like these kids are like guys in Adam, and now we're like playing together is a really weird thing to wrap your head around. I feel like as a hockey player, so that was where it was like, all right, this is getting a little crazy.
I gotta say, Boards is a big listener. Me and him played Fraser Valley together, and then he went to Valley West, I think, to play Major Midget. But he's a big listener of the pod, so he'll love hearing that.
He'll love that.
He's awesome, and then obviously like he's a big part of the Chiefs now too. So I'm happy. He's in that role, and I know he's probably killing it. So it's as much as he busted my balls as a young guy, he was one of my favorites for sure.
Well, we can go awesome. Even further back than the Chiefs, man. So you started at Yale, right?
Yeah.
You never ended up playing Major Midget.
I mean, I was playing minor hockey in Abbotsford up until I played both years of Bantam, and then I finished my Bantam year. I mean, obviously, like the academies weren't what they were.
I was gonna say the academies weren't what they are now.
Yeah, of course.
Like it's a whole different landscape. Like, I mean, I didn't know. Like, there wasn't too many guys. Like, the decision started coming where if you were going like BWC or North Shore Winter Club, like the only really decision you had to make to step out of the minor hockey team was like in midget. So it was really just like, all right, am I going to play major midget or go academy?
Right.
Obviously, my dad was at Yale. So, like, my grade 9 year, I'm at Yale. But, like, I never did – like, I was at Chieftain George, so wasn't at, like, the Fraser Hockey Academy. Got to Yale just because I wanted to be at Yale, like, with my dad. Like, that was something I always wanted. He's been there since I think I was a year old. So I was just at Yale, like, playing Abbotsford minor hockey and then just being a regular student. Like, obviously I knew all the guys in the academy, but like I was playing with them too. But it was like I was just I was in the regular PE class when all the guys went to hockey academy, and like I had no real like inkling or like idea that I'd be playing for the academy team like the following year. But like the tryouts came along and like they were like, we would love to have you. Or that's what they told me at the time. So I don't know if that was true or not, but it seemed to work out afterwards. But showed up to camp, got my wisdom teeth pulled a week before.
No way.
So didn't touch the ice the full week before tryouts, and showed up to camp or showed up to the tryouts. Got offered a spot on the U16 team for that following year. So I'd say first day may have been a little rough. A little Andy Nielsen goalie power.
Oh my god, he probably bagged you, eh?
To start training camp, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I probably still had a little blood in my mouth from the cardio. My cheeks were thankfully fitting in my helmet, but yeah, it was kind of just like, all right, I'm here. I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna work hard, obviously, and yeah, I got offered a spot and decided, you know what, this seems like a good fit. Obviously, having my dad close by was great, and he obviously was a teacher, because you needed a teacher like to be around anyway. So like it kind of just made sense. I mean, it was he was the teacher chaperone basically for the Yale Hockey Academy for my team. So like not at all in a coaching aspect. Like, yeah, like you can. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever had him as a teacher, but you would always ask him. Like he gave up coaching me when I was about 5 years old. So he was always the guy that just like supported me with, like, if I needed anything, like he was there to try and help, but never a guy that was like a crazy hockey dad or anything, and just like was there, and he kind of got to be there and watch kind of front.
Do you ever try and stop you from being a goalie?
No.
My dad, because I'm a goalie too, so my dad always told me, he was like, don't be a goalie, basically.
No, it was, I think everyone else was telling him, like, man, what are you doing? But like he was my coach from like in novice or like Timmins hockey, or I don't know what it's called now, but like before Adam, like the 4 years before Adam, which is obviously like you're rotating the goalie equipment from kid to kid every practice and game. I was always a really good skater, so like it was like I was kind of the kid that could grab the puck, skate past everyone, and then be on a breakaway. Don't know how many goals I actually scored, but I do remember like I'd score often enough where I'd get put on defense because of like the Gretzky rule, where
you get the three goals.
Geez. Yeah, 3 goals, and you get sent on defense and you can't score anymore. So and then when I became a D, like once I'd get put back, like I'd basically just be an extra goalie in the crease. So I would find my way back into the crease even as a player. And anytime a kid put on the gear, like that was the thing for me. Like I put on the gear and it was just like, oh, I get to play instead of like some kids like, oh, I play forward today, I play D-man tomorrow. For me, it was just another position. Like it didn't bother me. Some kids you put the gear on and they're a turtle on their backs and they're crying and like the parents, the coaches especially are like, all right, I don't want to hear a 6-year-old cry for the entire practice. So my dad would just be like, all right, you like that's your just go put on the goal gear, and I'd switch in and I didn't care. Like I was like, all right, cool. And then got to the year before Adam, and that was the first year where it's you can only have 2 players be goalies. So like it'd be like, all right, one goalie's obviously dressing as goalie, and then the other one would play player. But like you could only switch back and forth with those 2, and was kind of like seen as like in Abbotsford minor hockey at that age as like kind of like one of the kids that was like, all right, like this kid's like an all right, like pretty decent goalie for his age, all this stuff. I mean, this is 8 years old, I think. So we're not talking, oh, he's going to make the NHL. But it was one of those things where it just kind of kept gravitating, started getting a little bit more attention for it, I guess. And came Adam. It was like finally the year where it's like you have to make a decision. Do you want to be a goalie or a player? And I was kind of like, you know what? Like, I feel like I like being the goalie more. And parents never ever said, oh no, like don't be a goalie or anything like that. It was just like, okay, and went from there. And the thing was, it was just like always like you better work hard. Like it doesn't like we'll support you as much as we can, but you better be giving it 100% when you're doing it. Like you're not just there to just to be there. Like you're like if you're gonna do something, you're gonna learn a couple life lessons, and you're gonna to do it as best you can.
Probably made the right decision then, eh?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of pucks I have taken to the head.
It does
I don't know.
man.
I don't know. I don't know. It's I don't know how I feel about my decision, but I mean, everything happens for a reason, and now I'm here living a pretty good life. So it's I'm not gonna complain at all.
Yeah, of course. Well, I noticed in your U8, I believe your U18 year at Yale, you had a pretty unbelievable team. Dylan Cousins, Bowen Byram for one, couple and first round picks to the NHL. Then a couple guys I also played with, Dylan Stoltz and Matty Conrad. Just wanted to mention those guys. But what was it like being on a team with guys like Cousins, Byram, who were from a very young age projected probably to go to the NHL, and just that whole year in Yale? How did you kind of? I mean, I know you were there the year before, but the transition to being all about hockey every day at school, like how much do you think that helped you as well? Sorry, that was kind of a loaded one there.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those first year. I mean, got a taste of it a little bit in U16 with like Blaisdell and Josh Williams coming up and playing for us from the Bantam team. So you knew that U18 team was going to be a younger team with a ton of skill. And there was only a few guys my age, like you said, like Stoltzy, Matty, I think it was like DK, Sather, I think Cook, and like maybe a couple other guys like Pitt Meadows guys or something. And so like it was like a young, like it was like an 01 heavy team, but like obviously like Josh Williams, Cousins, Byram, like all like these like first round WHL picks.
Yeah.
And so you're like, all right. And then like Cousins and Byram were kind of new guys. They weren't on the Bantam team the year before. I mean, Cousins was really one where I was like you could see just another level, like just that skating, kind of like you see obviously with McDavid now in the NHL. Like it was kind of that same look to him. And like it was kind of one of those ones where you just saw Byram, same kind of thing. Like you knew like he had just an insane amount of skill, great, like just there wasn't really a weak point to his game. But I think for me it was just more he turned the puck over close to the net a couple times and was just like, come on, man, like what's going on? But obviously just crazy skilled player, like great guy too, like one of just good Alberta kid. So I would say Cousins was kind of like just an absolute lock. Like this kid could be an NHL,
right?
NHL star, or like just an NHL player for sure. And obviously now he's an NHL star. Byram, I knew he would dominate the WHL, but then obviously like it's one of those things where it was just like, all right, like. So many things can happen, but and Cousins was in my head just that little bit extra,
right.
But obviously super special to see Byram obviously win a cup. You see him on social media, like it just it's cool to see like the difference. Obviously, like almost 10 years later. Like the difference in where all these guys are and like how much they've grown up and stuff. So it's obviously just like kind of that special kind of like almost an older brother, like was an older brother, and now they're just like, all right, these guys are NHL superstars. So it's awesome. It's a funny kind of thing to wrap your head around.
You talked a little bit about your time with the Chiefs already, but obviously there for 4 years. Like, just what are your some of your main takeaways from that time? Obviously, RBC Cup, some deep playoff runs. Mm-hmm. You played with some amazing players there, but just kind of want to ask a bit about your Chiefs career, and then I'm sure Joe has a couple questions about it.
I was also going to say that I was always going to say like the jump from Yale to Chilliwack. Obviously, you played games for them while you're at Yale, and then ended up in the playoffs. As a 16-year-old, I think, if I'm reading that right on your elite prospects. So like how that happened and how that kind of unfolded, and then obviously leading into Owen's question, the everything with the Chiefs.
Yeah. So honestly, that was like sometimes you just gotta be the right player in the right place at the right time. That was 100% a situation like that where playing my U18 year, having a good year. And then all of a sudden, Chilliwack, like I had been to their spring camp, that like the U16 year, went to the main camp before that U18 year, and was one of the last cuts. Okay. And they had already signed Mark Sinclair to like who was a 20-year-old, and then Boba, who was a 19-year-old. I think it was like in November, they traded Boba to the AJ, and like again, I had a really good showing in main camp, and so they like I was they were like, we're going to list you as an AP, and at that time it's like, all right, like don't hear too many guys that are like APs and then get to be around that much. And as a goalie too, it's like if you're backing up, like it doesn't count towards games. So you can back up the entire season and still be considered an AP, which I basically did from, I think it was like December on.
Oh, wow.
I backed up just about every game and practice with them. Like I would practice with them like half the week, come back to Yale, like practice once with Yale, and then play like the 2-game showcase on like Sunday or whatever, and then go back to Chilliwack. And
that's insane.
So like I was with them pretty much full time from like December or early January on.
It's a lot of back and forth, man. You must put a lot of K on your car there.
Well, I didn't have my driver's license.
Oh man, your dad's driving you around.
He's 16.
So I had I hadn't turned 17 yet, so I couldn't get my N yet. So I still had the L on the car, and so like parents are driving me, but then like practices in Chilliwack are, I think they'd be like at like 12 or like 1 o'clock, and so like I like with the academy, obviously you have like that second half of the day where you're in academy, and like I would have Jordan Kawaguchi, who was like I was her kid, and like at that point, like, all right, this guy is like the man in Chilliwack. Like this is like the Captain Kawaguchi, like fan favorite, everything, like Chief superstar, that like without a doubt Chief legend. And he would come pick me up because he'd be in Abbotsford or something, like visiting his parents, or like they would just stay at his parents' place or something, and then pick me up at lunch. So like I'm just sitting outside Yale finishing like, I don't know, chemistry and English, and then we'd go get picked up. Like would be sitting outside at lunch waiting to get picked up by Jordan, and he'd bring me to practice.
That's so sick.
And so it was just like it was crazy. Like I really became like they were an older team that year too. And then obviously went all the way to Western Canada Cup. And so and then like I don't know how many games I ended up playing. Like I actually got to like actually start, and then would get sometimes thrown into like third period or something, would play a third period if we're up by like 4 or 5 goals or something.
It says you got 2 Western Canada Cup games, and then what was it? 3 playoff games for them that year?
Yeah, it was, so like I think I never or actually no, I got one start, was the Western Canada Cup. Like we had secured our spot, so they were resting like all the big guys, and we got to play they basically called up like 4 APs and took out their like top line and a half. And then we're playing that, like whoever won the MJ that year. And like I get the full start, and we're up in Penticton and everything. And we lost, I think 2-0. But like obviously we had all their guys taking the night off, and he's playing, and so I got to have like a real full game, got a real test, and played well. So like it was kind of that was a pretty special thing, and I think I was one of the youngest goalies at that time playing a Western Canada Cup. But yeah, like that playoff run was so cool. I mean, like I was just the team's little brother, because I like the next, like we had Powell Connor, he was the only other 16-year-old, and then after that, I think we had maybe 1 or 2 17-year-olds, and then the rest are like 18 and then 19, 20s. Like I think we had maxed out 20s. Around 19. I mean, obviously Kawaguchi, like Olszewski. So like it was an older team. So like coming in as a 16-year-old, like all right, like that, like you felt like I felt like the younger brother, and they fully like embraced me. Like I was part of the team. So like I always say, like I played 5 years in Chilliwack, because like that year was.
That's basically a full year. I'd mark that.
That's
as a full
unbelievable.
Year in my
that's such a cool experience.
So like it was like January through till I think it was May. So like one. So it was like that's why I was like 5 years in Chilliwack, and like that year was such a fun year, because obviously there's no pressure on me. I just get to be there practicing with guy like Kawaguchi, like Osha, like I think half that team must have gone and played D1, like minimum, like at least half the team. So just learning from all those guys and practicing with those guys every day, like gave me the confidence to come in as a 17-year-old and like I wasn't supposed to be, like I was just kind of supposed to be the backup, like local backup type thing, and end up fully split in the year. Like I think we played the exact same amount of games. The next year, and I was a 17. Like we're hosting RBC that year, and full on just put my like fight to put myself in a spot where, I'm. If anything, came down to a 1B, but it was such an even split. It was really like, all right, we can play either one, and like it won't really matter too much. And then obviously we win the national championship, and they obviously had to make a decision like, all right, which goalie are we keeping? And luckily enough for me, they kept me, and that 18-year-old year was just on an absolute tear. Like I was the clear-cut number one, like played I think 24, 28 games straight, something like that.
Jeez,
to start the season. I was gonna go to Canada West, be the starting goalie there. Same year as Levi was the Canada East goalie. So that would have been pretty cool. Pretty cool to go head to head with him.
You didn't end up going?
No, a week before, got my ACL blown out.
Oh no!
So kid fell on my knee, dragged it.
I think that I remember that actually being news on our team. It was like Caron got injured, Chilliwack's fucked or something.
So, Joe was waiting for the call.
Yeah, literally. I was hoping to just get a practice with you guys. I wasn't even on the radar, but that's awful. That was awful. I do remember that actually.
So it was from that. Like I mean, like I was planning like that. Like I was planning to go into college that following year. So like would have been my 19-year-old year going in as a freshman.
Yeah, wow.
And like a lot of offers. So I did have kind of like a choice. Like I had choices on where I'd want to go, and all gets taken away in that split
One
second.
Injury.
So out for
was it? What happened on the play? I remember this being a thing. I don't know if you want to include this, but
I can send you guys the video later.
Okay, yeah.
Of it happening. Like it's literally just like a kind of like they shoot it down, but like the guy's like anticipating it, so it's kind of like that bank play out to the slot for like a mini breakaway kind of thing.
Yeah,
and it was a little kind of like coming off like more of the dot angle, and like so he's kind of coming across and he shoots it, and so like my back knee is just like, I don't know, not fully like together, just enough like apart, like maybe we're talking like 4 or 5 inches apart, where like I make that save because it's like kind of back into me or back against the grain, and young D-man just trips, fall. Like,
I remember. Yeah, I do remember this. I remember the play.
Just takes it out, and like it never really been injured, to where like I don't finish a game, and like just excruciating pain. I just remember like trainer comes out, like I finally get up, and I'm kind of like moving around. I'm like just kind of like flexing it, and I'm like, oh, like I don't know, it doesn't hurt anymore. And so I'm like, like I think I'm fine. And he's like, all right, just like do a quick like crease pattern. So I push one way, push back the other way, go to stop, and my knee just buckles. And like I like literally collapse again. Like no pain, but just buckles. And like at that point I was like, can't finish this game. and get off the ice, get undressed. My knees super swollen. And like obviously in my head, I'm like I never in my like head had I ever thought like, oh, like I'll miss more than like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, and like at that point, like my knee was so swollen that like I could like they were like, oh, maybe it's just a hyperextension type thing. Like saying that like after the game. Go see the physio like a day later, and it's like he's checking and he's like, yeah, I think you have a torn ACL. Obviously, MRI confirms it. Yeah, you need surgery. Like you need surgery. Like it's fully like where your ACL was. It's been obliterated. So it was even
that's
like,
awful.
So like oh, it's just a grade 1 or 2. Like it did. Yeah, you have 0 ACL left. So luckily, had an awesome trainer. Put me in touch with a orthopedic surgeon, great orthopedic surgeon in Indiana. Flew down, got the surgery, and like a month after, like got in within a month or whatever, and started the 9-month recovery back to playing. So 11 months away from hockey, 10, 11 months, but back for the home opener.
Nice. Good.
That's awesome.
In Chilliwack, and felt like a rookie. Just like no offers. It's just back to full reset.
Dude, that must be horrible.
So,
You probably talk to every NCAA D1 team, and then that one injury just blows it up.
So had they sent you like official offers and then rescinded them, or were they just like chatting with you? Like how did that all unfold?
I was planning to go on visits. Like that's where I was in the process to like commit, and then like it was talks to go in for that following year.
We don't have to say, but or actually, doesn't even matter what school, to be honest. But it just sucks a lot.
Yeah. No, it was crazy. Like I know one school I was most excited, or like I was talking with Jim, like it was Jim Montgomery recruiting me, and it's just like,
dude, this is just getting
so you're just like, and then obviously like years go on and you face Denver in the Frozen Four and you lose in overtime. So like that one felt a little, that one stung just a little extra for that reason. But no, I mean, everything happens for a reason. Like it made me so much tougher, like mentally and physically. Like I came back just like a full-on man, and like my physical strength was definitely what got me to be able to play juniors at 16, 17. But looking back now, like mentally I wasn't ready to be a college starter at 19. So everything I learned just put me on a different path, and like I took the opportunity again. So it was 19-year-old came around. Well, it just felt like it was, I wasn't at my, like wasn't my dominant 18-year-old year, but still was doing really well. And just one of those years where teams didn't really need a goalie for that following year. Like obviously, Joe, I don't know what your experience was with college or teams and stuff where it was recruiting, but like obviously it's not, there's 3 goalies on a team and you're eligible for 4 years. So you're doing the math, and
you got to work for 2 years to get games,
certain
basically.
teams need goalies, certain teams don't. So that 19 year just felt like a year where not many teams needed goalies. Brown came along. Obviously dad being a teacher, mom being a dental hygienist, like academics was always number one priority. So when Brown came along, it was kind of like, all right, like this is obviously a great school, amazing opportunity hockey wise. Like it's they didn't necessarily have a goalie that was just dominant college goalie. So I felt like in my head it was an opportunity to go in and at least try and work to play a few games as a freshman. So decided to make the decision to commit. 2 weeks after I commit, COVID hits, and back to like at least I got to commit this time before everything.
They can't take it back now.
Hockey is back. And this season, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official betting partner of the NHL, brings you all the speed, skill, and nonstop action you love. DraftKings Sportsbook delivers the unmatched intensity of the NHL right to your fingertips. From player props to thrill of live in-game betting, every drop of the puck is your shot to win big. Owen, I just looked at the odds for the Pittsburgh Penguins to win the Cup. Plus, they have the fourth worst odds, plus 20,000 on DraftKings. Obviously, these lines are subject to change, but could be some big profits there for you guys. New customers, this one's for you. Bet $5, and if your bet wins, and you'll get paid out $300 in bonus bets instantly. Light the lamp all season long with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN. That's code THPN to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets in case your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
But yeah, next year it's like, well, Ivies didn't play at all. So they were just like, you still have your in junior. So like play, like at least try and play. And yeah, got like 22 games or something that year.
That's not bad. More than most guys got that year.
Yeah, exactly. So like at least I got to play a few games and practice a bunch. And so by the time I got to freshman year, showing up to Brown, like I was so ready for college hockey that I didn't even feel nervous. Like I was just excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, from there it was just God. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, so for guys that have never received a NCAA D1 offer, which is the majority of probably the people that are listening to this podcast or watching this, how did that whole process kind of start? Because I know some guys have some pretty funny stories when it's like, yeah, this Penn State coach just came up and talked to me randomly, and then they offered me like later on or whatever. But like, how does it kind of break the ice, and like, how does Brown find you?
Did you get to have a visit or no because of COVID?
No, COVID. So I'd never end up going on an official visit to college. So actually, technically, I went and visited BU when I was in the transfer. But
we'll get to that too.
I'm really excited to hear about that
portal thing as well.
So I was. Pretty much, I was just like, I'm playing, and even that 16-year-old year had teams like after games. Like Chilliwack's obviously a bigger BCHL team, so we had probably more coaches in the stands than Merritt or Prince George. So that was the one advantage of playing in Chilliwack, was that you had a lot of eyes on you. And like every night, so teams kind of had an idea of what, like they had a good base where like they were seeing you for 10-15 games in that season, and like being like, oh, like this is a potential kid for our program. And they would just start, like they would talk to you after game, like you get called like out of the dressing room and be like, hey, Caron, like so-and-so, got like a couple guys want to talk to you or whatever. And like you talk to 1 to 4 teams on a night.
Right.
Pretty insane.
That's so crazy.
And it was really just like hey, like, how's it going? They kind of just want to try and figure out what kind of person you are, because obviously they see what you're bringing on the ice, but they obviously want to try and figure out, like, all right, what's this kid really made of? And just from there, just like, all right, like, well, obviously some lower teams are like, we're gonna send you like an info packet thing, like, look it over your parents, like, here's like basically what would be covered, all this stuff, and like money, a little bit more money talk in terms of scholarships, and then from there it's like, all right, well, if I want to, and they're offering a visit, like, then it would be going down a visit. But obviously I don't know that process, that part of the process. So I just kind of just talked a lot with coaches and Brown. Like, you kind of like see the same guy. You might see the same guy a couple times, where like some teams would be like, all right, like, I'll be back in like 3-4 weeks, and they'd talk to you again there. Be like, hey, how's it going? Like still interested, or like, if they were maybe not wanting you, they'd kind of just be like, hey, how's it going? But it was really nothing too crazy for me anyways. It was kind of just like talking to that, and I don't know, just got along with Jason Guerrero, who's Brown's assistant coach. Was an unbelievable guy, great recruiter, clearly, and just made me feel like Brown was the right choice for me.
That's awesome. And then, that's quite the process. But eventually, you finally do get to Brown, and you have a couple good seasons there. So maybe kind of tell us about just your experience at Brown. Obviously, a very big, well-known school. And then also, like, I don't know, any freshman duties. How was that transition?
Yeah, how big is the school as well? Like, I know of Brown, like, obviously Ivy League school, big time name, but like, was it pretty overwhelming going down as a freshman, like that first year, and that's I guess going into that second year?
Yeah, I mean, I came in as a 21-year-old freshman, so I was a little. I would say I was a little more prepared, like life prepared, battle tested for kind of anything that was going to come my way. Just a little bit more maturity, a little bit more confidence. So, like, I mean, I flew there. Like, they had all my new gear there already, so like, I didn't have to bring my hockey bag. So I literally had 2 suitcases, a backpack, and a duffel, and like flew into Boston, and then caught the train. Like, they had booked everything, but like caught the train from Boston down to Providence, and like it was probably like 11:45 p.m. by the time I got to Providence, and like on campus. And like, I'm like, there's one other kid that was on the bus from the train station with me. So like, and he's got his dad and like little sister with him. So like, they're helping that kid move in. And then I'm like, I kind of just tagged along with them. And like, we went to the card pickup. Like, oh, here's your student ID. I show up. Oh, we don't have your student ID ready yet. Here's a temporary one. If it doesn't work, like, just call the, like, there's phone numbers on the back for like campus security or like campus police. Like, just call campus police. Someone will come open the door for you, like, to your dorm, and then like, obviously you have a physical key for your dorm room. And so I walk, like, it's maybe like a 5-minute walk from the residence, like, office to the actual residence. I swipe in, no problem, put my bags in my room. At this point, it's like 12:30. And I've been traveling all day, and like, my first flight was delayed, so like my layover was like literally like, I gotta get to the next gate and get on the plane. So like, I haven't eaten since like 5 a.m. So I'm just starving. I like had the shitty WestJet, like,
the little snacks they give you in the flight,
where it's like, all right, like, can I have my 6 bag of pretzels? So like, all right, I got my bags in. I realized like you move into like these. I had a single dorm, which is unbelievable. Like I never had to be doubled up in like a one room with 2 twin XL beds, and you're living with someone. Yeah. So at least I had that, but like I didn't have any covers. Like I didn't have a pillow. Like I had nothing.
I forgot about that. You're getting
like,
at midnight.
I literally brought 2 suitcases to like move across the continent.
Yeah.
And so like that's basically just clothes and I don't know, like a couple school supplies, I guess. and so like I'm like, I don't have any food. So I'm like, I gotta get some food. Like that's just priority number 1. So I go, like nothing's open besides like this little like convenience store. So I go in, like my mom would never let me have Mr. Noodles like growing up. Like we always like I like thankfully like I thank her now because it was like I like eating like healthier. Like, obviously, I'll eat McDonald's at the end of a bar night or something, but like I definitely prefer to eat cleaner, and that's definitely nice.
Yeah.
But I just remember my dad always saying like, "Oh man, I ate so much ramen in college, like all this stuff." And so I just like for some reason I was like, you know what, like we're gonna make ramen.
Nice.
And so like grab ramen, like I ate like some cookies, and that was my first college meal. Head back to my dorm, try swipe in, card's not working. Like, we're almost 1. Like this is almost 1 a.m.
All you want to do is eat.
I call the campus police. Comes and lets me like swipes me in. He's like, yeah, just go get a new one in the morning, like new card in the morning. I was like, all right. Walk in my dorm, muck the Mr. Noodles, roll up a couple hoodies into like a pillow, just like wearing a sweatsuit kind of thing to bed, and just no mattress pad on this like just cardboard of a twin XL. And that was first night. Second night was singing karaoke in a bar with the senior hockey guys since I was a first freshman.
That's a little bit of an upgrade.
And
that's awesome.
Had an absolute blast preseason. We'll kind of leave it at that.
Yeah, all good.
But yeah, just
that first week, that first month before hockey starts, college it's so much fun. There's nothing like
that. Like I think that's where Brown is gotta be close to number 1 in college hockey.
Really, it's that good for that, hey?
It's because like thing you I think we touched on it a little bit where it's just like it's a smaller school number wise, like people wise. So like you like by the end of those 2 years, like it felt like I knew everybody.
Yeah,
and like it's just a place where like everyone's from such different backgrounds, and like, but like no one cares if you're an athlete, like who your family is. Like there's some big names, their kids are there, but like no one cares. It's just about who you are as a person, and like if you're a cool, nice person, like let's be friends. And so, nice. The friendships I made at Brown, like that, like I'll have those friendships for life now. So, Brown was unbelievable for that. And then obviously, second game of the season, I get put into the game, finish the game, do well. And third game of the season, we're playing Quinnipiac. After morning skate, coach is reading the lineups. I'm starting, and took the net from there, and didn't really look back.
I was gonna say for freshman year, man, 26 games played. It's real impressive.
Yeah, so, and I mean like Ivies, we don't play as many games, so like I think
a big percentage.
I think it was like 26 of 28 starts or something.
That's nuts.
It's nuts. So, as a freshman, it's crazy.
Yeah, so like that's where like Brown like gave me. I was seeing a lot of shots, and like we're playing all these we're all playing all the college teams. So like I'm facing all these top guys, and got a lot of shots and got the chance to make mistakes and learn from them and keep becoming a better college goalie. So came in that sophomore year, just felt like I was like I got even more to give. First freshman year was a learning year, and like now it's like, all right, now it's kind of domination time. So that was kind of the mentality to sophomore year, and obviously had a good year and decided, you know what, like if this is like a chance where I maybe get an opportunity at the NHL, like I might as well take it. And I felt like, you know what, like I feel like I maxed out my time at Brown hockey wise, and made the tough decision to transfer, and hopped in the portal, and it was kind of that recruitment process all over again. And
can you tell us how that works, dude? Because like you always hear about these guys hopping in the portal, hear about these guys, you know, so and so entered the transfer portal, but I kind of view it as like NHL free agency. Like I don't really know what the hell goes on in the background when it comes to like what you're being offered, what's going on.
Yeah, so it's giant like BU as well. Like that's probably a pretty crazy process.
Yeah, so it's so the portal process is like obviously changed after COVID. Like you kind of became more of that free agency, like you said.
Yeah.
So basically, you're not allowed, like you can't talk to any schools before you're in the portal. So like the decision to go into the portal is kind of just like a blind leap. So for me, it was like, obviously you're making educated guesses, and obviously Twitter is a thing. So like rumors fly all over the place, and like it's crazy. Like it was kind of crazy where it was like, it was already Twitter rumors before like I even made the decision to be in the portal.
Wow.
So it was kind of like it feels like about as perfect as a time to do this and to try and get to a big team. And so decided to enter the portal. And from there was it was so like you basically just go tell the coaches, obviously, hey, I'm gonna transfer, or I'm gonna jump in the portal, which basically means you're dead to this team, like try and survive type thing.
See you later, yeah.
And so then you have to like actually meet with the AD of Brown, like the athletic director, basically confirm that yes, this is it's basically like a psych eval. Like, are you sure you know what you're doing? Are you sure you want to do this? Are you prepared for this decision? And you're like, yes. And then basically he like approves it on his end, like in the computer, in the system. You approve it from your end. And then from that moment on, so like they say I made the decision on Thursday. By Friday, like it was like Friday at like noon, officially in the portal. And once your name's in the portal in the system, any coaches that are like, obviously nowadays, like every coach is looking at the portal, and as soon as your name pops in there, they can call you.
Right.
Wow.
And so at I think it was noon 03.
I was gonna say, was it like right away as soon as it hit?
Like as soon, like I'm not kidding, 3 minutes after I like clicked accept, like on my computer, like I was getting a phone call.
That's insane.
And basically spent the next 48 hours just taking phone calls and going through. Basically, it was just like the whole recruitment process again, except this time it's a little bit more. Yeah, we want you. This is our goalie situation. This like obviously at that point it's like it was full scholarship, from every offer. But yeah, it was just like it was talking to assistant coaches, and then like the head coach would call me like half hour later, and then like they'd be like, oh, we want you to talk to our goalie coach too. Like, and then goalie coach would be like, oh yeah, like think you're great, like whatever. Like it basically, I mean, yeah, they're blowing smoke.
Trying
But
to get you to come, basically.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, all right, you gotta look at it and like, all right, what's the actual best place for me and everything. And came down to a few schools. Knew I wanted to get out of the conference, but like I'm a biology major, or was a biology major. And so I was like, all right, school's obviously still important. Like where there's some good programs that also have like good medical schools, just obviously like at that time, like I was pre-med. So for me, it was just like, all right, like what's a good conference that has a good medical school and will be a good team next year. And basically that narrows down the list. And my final choice was BU. Obviously being in Providence, you're close to Boston. So like kind of just like all right, I'm familiar with the area already. So like that's not a new thing. So I was just basically trying to minimize as much like, all right, like how can I come into a new spot and be as ready to go and as comfortable to go as I can. And BU just felt like that.
And then while you're at BU, obviously like BU, always a national championship threat pretty much every year. You guys have some incredible teams. You got to play with guys like Macklin Celebrini, Lane Hudson, Tom Willander, and you had some decent runs. You get to play in the Bean Pot. So I just wanted to ask, like the BU experience must have been incredible. Maybe talk about some of those guys, your team's success those years, and just some of your favorite moments from your time at BU.
Yeah, I mean, it's a complete 180 from Brown, where Brown was obviously small, like it's just a smaller hockey program. Like they don't have the same budget, like all that, like facilities.
Yeah.
But Brown's campus life and like as like the people at Brown, like it just like felt like a community and like was more of like a campus life. BU, you're straight downtown Boston. So like, and it's a massive, like there's, I don't know what the number of students is, but I think it's like 50,000. I don't know if I'm making that up or
that's
what.
crazy.
It's like it's multiple times bigger than Brown's student population, and like it's right in the city. So like it's not really like it's a campus, like it's a down Commonwealth Avenue. But like it's more just like you're living in the city, you go to classes, you don't really have time to talk to people because like they're going somewhere else, like, and you're right back, like you're at the rink. And so like it's really like the closest thing you can be to pro hockey without being in pro hockey.
Right. Yeah.
So it's much more of like that, like business, more of your job. And it was unbelievable. Like I learned so much and got to play in so many big games.
Yeah.
That especially like those 2 years, like obviously top 10 teams, and like playing it like with BC down the road, being it was literally 1 and 2 BCBU for the first time in 30 years or something. And it's like like you have Will Smith, Leonard, Gauthier, and Fowler. like it just like you had, I think it was like 25 draft picks combined on both teams. Or something.
Probably crazy. Like 10 of those are first rounders. Like
yeah, exactly. Like there's what 6 guys right now being NHL superstars.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah,
like that. That's the level. Like that. Those were I think the best hockey I've ever seen. Like been a part of.
Yeah,
like best hockey game. Like those BC games were just. I think Mike
Pack Barnes.
Oh yeah. Well, like that was the thing. Like both years, like pretty much every home game was pretty much full, and like most big rinks or most rinks away were sold out because it was like, all right, well, Macklin Celebrini, Lane Hudson are coming.
Right.
Like, we went up to UVM and there was more Lane Hudson fans than Vermont fans. So, like,
that's insane.
So like, it's just crazy. Like those 2 years were just insane.
I was gonna say these guys are obviously big names. Like you said, this guy has more fans than a whole fucking university. Like, holy shit.
Yeah,
but
well, the Habs fans probably drove down.
Yeah.
Was this at the point where it was like NIL deals? Like these guys are getting paid?
Oh, right, man.
So
yeah.
And I was wondering if you had ever experienced that as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously like Canadians, like we're down on a student visa, so like it's a little bit different. And like BU doesn't like really have like it doesn't like biggest sport at BU is hockey. Whereas like you're not like you don't actually have, and like we have 15 or 20 D1 programs at BU. So like they're like big sports school, but like you don't have a football program that like is really bringing in like the insane money, or like basketball even. So like NIL wasn't as much of a thing as it is like now. Like it was definitely starting, and like it was more like you just saw like guys like, all right, like the Bauer guys, like Macklin's, like CCM, and like he's obviously got the camera in his face like once a month where there's a camera crew following him around. So like it was more like that, but like it wasn't like that. Like I could not tell you like any idea of what guys actually, like any money guys made at BU. That was like BU wasn't necessarily like one of those schools that's like the Big Ten schools like that I know are like there's guys making more than they would in the pros, and that's why they stay.
Yeah, right. So do like the average students, do they like put together that like Macklin Celebrini is going to their university, or is it just kind of like do people really understand the like how big that is for their university, or is it like do people like, I don't know, I you said hockey's like the biggest sport on campus, but like do people realize that this guy is going first overall in the NHL next year?
What's he like?
Oh, I mean, Macklin's like everything as advertised, like that nicest guy. Like Crosby-esque personality, like very much like just like, I mean, like Vancouver kid, just so down to earth for what he is in his position. Like I think like he's even done it in a time where like it's social media era where like Crosby didn't quite have the social media like when he was that young. So like for him to handle it the way he has, and like he's just, again, like as advertised, like that's how he is, like unbelievable work ethic. And probably one of the coolest things I'll remember from my time was like a few times we literally just went on the ice together, and it was just like we probably were out there for 50 minutes and just one-on-one, and we just did drills, and we worked on a bunch of different things. And like it was literally just like we both like those couple skates were like, it was just we were trying to get better, and like it's absolutely zero shock to me what he's doing now. And his ceiling is so high that, and like I have no doubt he'll break through that ceiling.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, we've already taken up an hour of your time, and I know it's late there. So maybe if you just kind of want to talk about the end of your college career, your BU career. I know you mentioned you were with Florida in the ECHL for a bit, I believe, and then now you're in France. So you just kind of want to talk about the way your college career ends, Florida, and how you ended up where you are now in Anglet.
Yeah, I mean, senior year did have a great year. Obviously, it's tough to go play 40 games, go to the Frozen Four, put up a lot of wins, and then come back. And like the thing with college too, it's like with the big programs, there is a lot of so much turnover now because it's like guys are doing 1-2 years and then going. Yeah. So like it's hard to keep a culture when you like only have guys that are there for a year or two. And so senior year, just basically all just freshmen and sophomores. And just like these are like 18, 19-year-old freshmen, sophomores.
No 21-year-old freshmen.
Yeah, no, there's next to none of those at BU. But yeah, like it's just one of those things where it takes a little bit to get used to college hockey. And I mean, I tried to kind of keep things together to kind of minimize young guys mistakes and stuff, but just wasn't playing good enough. And they brought in Yeageroff, who's obviously a huge draft pick, and kind of gave him a chance. And he did the exact same thing I did my freshman year and kind of ran with it. So, I mean, like that's like he probably like he ended up being probably one of my closest teammates last year. So like unbelievable kid, and like he's got such a bright future. But like was really an eye opening. Like, yeah, like it's a business now, and if you're not performing, there's someone there to take your job. So like it really, like I learned so much from my time at BU, like through the good parts and the bad parts, and like really, and then like I just went down to Florida, like they needed an extra guy during playoffs, and got a great taste of that. And obviously Florida is probably one of the best coast teams to play for. And but just decided, like, you know, I really want to go to Europe. Talk to some buddies over here, talk to a goalie that I train with, and like he's been over here for 5-6 years now, and like says like he played a year in the coast and then came over, and he was like, if I could do anything differently, I would have just came straight over. So I made the decision, like I'm going to Europe, and had like, again, now it's like similar process. It's except this time you have to have a Euro agent, and presented me with a couple options. Obviously your first year, especially as a goalie, it's all about resume. So like, what have you done in your pro career? And so it's really about, all right, now I'm like, it's basically like I've done almost nothing because like I have no pro games. So I chose here because like it's a lower budget team in this league, and so it's they're like we'll play you every game, and like you'll see a ton of shots, and like I have. and but like it's like they said, like it's an unbelievable, like it's such a unique place. And I think that's what's really cool about Europe is that you get to obviously play hockey as a job. So like that's a cool part. But at the same time, like you're in such unique situations. So it's almost in a way like more similar to college hockey, because you're just living different experiences than like just like, all right, you're playing 80 games in a season, like your practice, travel, game, practice, travel, game. Like you don't even like in Florida, like it was just like it was still like it felt like it's just hockey. Obviously I had a couple of nice days off, and like it's really fun, but just felt like it was just like this is a lot in terms of like just the grind of it, especially the coast and as a goalie. And if you're not an NHL drafted or like you're not on an NHL contract, you're down on that list. So it I was just like, this is not quite for me. And so being here in France, like now it's been 3 months. And I absolutely love it here. And it's the coolest experience. Like even traveling to other teams, like I don't think there's a better place to live, especially in this league. Like it just unbelievable. Where like our rink's on the beach, so like training camp.
I was gonna ask about that. Yeah,
we'd finish the day, like we'd finish training and then like go hop in the ocean as like a cold bath, or like just like we're coming. We're just swimming around and like in our shorts, and like then like walk back into the rink and shower and go home. But like it's
that's unreal.
Like we just had this is our last day of our 5-day break. So like that's the nice thing. It's like you get as a goalie, especially like this is a 44 game season. Mm-hmm. But like obviously as a goalie, like you're like even if you're in the pros, like you're not playing every game. So like for a goalie like that, like this is kind of normal like pro workload. So yeah, not having this break, it's like a couple guys went to Paris, a couple guys went down to Spain, a couple guys went to Greece or Turkey. Like it's like all over. So like guys like that are in other leagues are like meeting up or whatever, like coming to Paris. And for me, I was just like, you know what, like I don't like I've been to Paris a couple times already. Like I've just kind of been there, done that city, and like that's all it kind of was to me. Like it wasn't like, oh man, I can't wait to come back here. And so I was like, you know what, like I'm kind of gassed. Like I've had a pretty good workload. And especially like right before the break, we had like 4 games in 7 or 8 days. So like, it was really like, man, like I think it's just like, this is a nice place. Like the sun was shining, like it was 25 degrees yesterday and sunny. Played golf. It's some of the nicest
good courses.
Oh yeah. Like it's some of the nicest golf courses in France.
Yeah.
And so like when I played golf yesterday, like just like the golf course is next to the beach. Like
of course it is.
Like it just like you're teeing off on like 9, 10, 12, and like it's all along the ocean and the beach. Like if you're slicing it, like I'm slicing it onto the beach and potentially killing someone. So like it's not real. Like every day here is like a vacation almost. Like it's crazy. And then like today, like took a surf lesson this morning. And
that's unbelievable.
Like just my break, and like here, like there's so many cool spots around here.
The holidays are here, and that means it's the most wonderful time of the year. To save with Rakuten. Use Rakuten to stack cash back at your favorite stores on top of holiday sales. That's savings on savings. With Rakuten, you can get cash back on gifts for everyone on your list, from toys for the kids, kitchen gear for the person who just loves to cook, to electronics for everyone. You can even save on something for yourself. Just shop the stores that you love, and cash back is automatically added to your account. And you can choose to get paid via Interac e-transfer, PayPal, or check. Join for free today and get a new member bonus after minimum qualifying purchases. Just go to Rakuten.ca, download the app, or install the browser extension. That's RAKUTEN. Terms and conditions apply.
And like especially now, like August was pretty busy, like very tourist busy. Because like again, like this is like a place people come to vacation. Like there's a lot of travelers here. Like a lot of people want to come here, and like it's obviously a super nice place. If you like the sun, the beach, and golf. So like, and there's like, it's kind of like a couple, like just like 3 towns kind of together. So like, it's like still pretty big. Like it's like 15-minute car ride kind of wherever you go.
Yeah.
So like there's still like a lot that you can do. And especially now it's just like quieter. So it's more like just the locals. So it's really nice, like going downtown, like Biarritz is like the town, like kind of connected to Anglet. And like, that's like a historic town where it's like Napoleon, like Queen Elizabeth, like this,
Oh,
this is like, this is where like they come vacation. So like the history, like this is like the birthplace of like surfing in Europe. So like it's like very much like a history filled place, and like that's the cool part about Europe too. It's like there's so much history. Like
everywhere you go,
Canada, US, like Brown, like 1700s, and it's like you come here, it's like the 1400s. It's like
it's another level.
So it's like I said, like this is like I don't know, working as a pro hockey player ratio. This has got to be one of the best spots in the world.
Pretty sweet.
So it really is like I absolutely love life right now. And
great,
I'm having fun playing hockey, and like I get paid as well. So like it's one of those things where it's, again, you work hard to play as well as you can. And the bonus here is that you get to live an amazing life away from the rink. So it's really, really something special. And through all the ups and downs of the career, I have no regrets. I have no complaints. No what ifs. It's I'm here now, and like I said, I'm having a great time.
That's awesome. It's like, no kidding. And that's a great mindset you have about it all. I'm glad you mentioned the rink and the lifestyle, because that was something I really wanted to ask about. I saw the rink was literally on the beach. You guys are right on the border with Spain. Like, it looks unbelievable. Overall, though, I don't have anything else really left to ask you. So, Joe, if you do go ahead, and then whenever Joe's done, if you have anything you want to talk about before we wrap up, feel free to, any stories or anything like that. So that's all for me, though.
I mentioned this in the pre-show when we were talking with you. This is the last thing that I'll ask is we don't have to talk about money or anything, like if you're not comfortable, whatever. But like, I know a lot of people that have talked about going to Europe, and they say, all right, this team has this car waiting for me, it has this apartment, like everything's covered. When you got there, kind of your experience traveling over with the team and everything, like how did that go? And obviously it's top flight in France. Right, I'm right in saying that. So
it's top league.
So, like the fans and everything, the community involvement, how does that look in the town? Like, you sounds like a pretty big deal and everything. And then, your experience kind of with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously the league is kind of, so like it's 12 teams. Like I'd say like the top 4 are like real high budget teams. Like there's like 4 teams that are like really high budget, and like they're like we have like Grenoble is kind of like one of those high budget, like in that kind of always top 3 because their budget's so high. But they're playing the Champions League right now, where like, and like they're going into the playoffs of the Champions League. So like they're like, they beat some Dell teams like the German Pro League. Like they're doing well against like top European clubs. So that kind of tells you where like that top level in this league is.
Yeah.
Is like top, like some top like can compete in kind of any league in Europe.
Like they're doing well in Champions League.
Yeah, so like they like a Champions League, like I think
that's so cool. They have that.
32 teams, and it's like they play 6 games, and then it's like points, and like it's all, I don't honestly fully understand how it all works. But basically Grenoble's in that, like I think they finished like 13th or something after like the play-in or whatever, and so like they beat 2 DEL teams. So like,
oh wow, yeah, that's tough.
The Dell is definitely that like in that top tier with like Finland, Switzerland, Sweden, Germany. Like those are kind of like that top tier of European leagues.
Yeah.
So like the top teams in this league are like that's kind of giving you a taste of like, all right, like that's the top end of those like kind of top 3-4 teams. And then you have like the lower budget teams. And so it's kind of just like that ranking. So it's like it kind of just goes down the rankings. Obviously, lower budget teams aren't like too high up or like in the top 3 very often. Anglet's been in this league for like in the Magnus League for 8 years, and I think their highest finish was like 9th or 10th.
Okay.
So that like this year is like top 8 make playoffs. So like this year is very much like a push. Like the goal is to make playoffs.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
So but like here it's like get my own apartment. So like basically like Euro salaries, it's monthly pay, and like it's like a 9-month salary type thing. So it's like a 9-month monthly salary, and basically it's like you basically get offered like what your net pay is going to be each month. So like like not counting, like there's no taxes or like any like little like expenses or whatever. Like they're not factoring that into, like they're not presenting you with like, oh, you're gonna make, I don't know, say 100,000, but like really like with after expenses and all that stuff, like you're making 50 or something.
Okay.
These are just random numbers. Like so like basically be like, okay, like you're making 50,000 net. And like that's it all, like that's what I make or anything. I'm just throwing these numbers out. But it's so it's all net. So it's like monthly, like you're whatever, like 4.5 thousand net a month. And so like that's how you get. But then it's like, all right, you have the car paid for. You have a team car. You have like free housing. So like they have my own apartment. It's like brand new building. Like it's not a massive place, but it's like I'm alone here, so like it's absolutely I got nothing else to really complain. Free apartment, free car. Obviously all gear is paid for. So like what like I signed for, it's like I get that every month, and then like basically groceries and golf and
anything you want to spend money on, right?
Whatever I want to just go out and do. Like obviously I'm paying for that. But it's very much a way where it's like I would say like even in like a low budget team, like you're at the end of the year, you've put like I'd say more money. Like it's easier to save money. I guess that's the best way to say it, to like in Europe, just because like, all right, this is what you're getting after expenses and then paying your grocery or bills. So like you just kind of subtract that. But so like money wise, like financially, like it's like
probably a little bit on the coast too, eh?
Yeah. So like you're definitely like, and like once you get to those top leagues, like you're kind of like competing with those like you're making more, like I'd say average AHL guy versus like top Euro guy. Like top Euro guy is probably taking home more at the end of the
I think so.
Yeah, after the end of all
type thing. So financially, like if you played 10 years in the AA versus 10 years in Europe, obviously every case is different, but like most guys will make more money in the end. So like if you're looking at that financial standpoint, it's a not as flashy, obviously NHL number, but if you like you a guy that's consistent, like he can be in that, and like it's very very much experience based here, where they'll take a guy that's played 5 years and like he put up 20 points all 5 years, like we'll keep going at him until he doesn't like produce 20 points or whatever, but like we'll keep re-signing him based on what he did, because it's just like, yeah, this is exactly what he's done. He's produced. He's consistent with it. And so like we know like that's the value here is like if you have a lot of experience, like, oh, you have a lot of experience, you've proved you've done it. Okay, here's a bigger contract.
Right. Okay.
So, and again, like you play less games in the 84 game or 80 game schedule of North American pro hockey. So you are able to play for the, like, guys are playing like 10, 15, they can easily play that 10, 15 years. I won't say easily, but it's a lot more manageable to play 10, 15 years in Europe than it is to do it in North America.
Yeah, for sure.
That's kind of probably the business. I'd say like the
business end of it. Yeah.
More than like looking at it as a job. You're kind of like, all right, betting on yourself to be a little bit more longevity, consistent pay throughout your career. So instead of kind of just, I feel like North America is a little bit more that gamble style where, all right, sometimes you're making millions, sometimes you're making nothing. So that's kind of the thought process, I would say, behind the average Euro hockey player mentality.
Is there a promotion and relegation in France?
Like there's a play down. So like bottom 4 teams, like, so like basically if you don't make playoffs, play in a play down. But there hasn't really been a team that has been relegated just because like there's not really, I don't think there's,
they have to meet certain standards to get promoted, right? And they don't always meet that.
Yeah. So like there's like, I don't think there's really been a team that's been able to get promoted. Past few years. Like I don't again, I don't fully know the full history, so I may be wrong. But like last year there was no like no team got relegated and no team got brought up. So it's not necessarily a promotion regulation, or it just depends on the season here. But again, you look at the Dell, like Dusseldorf got relegated, and I can't remember the name of the
happens
team
every year, right?
Yeah, so every year, like, and like it was a big thing where because like Dusseldorf's like one of those bigger
programs.
Like it's kind of one of those teams where it's like I have no idea what happened, but like for some reason they end up in that bottom spot, and it's like the league's kind of like looking at it like, ooh, like this is
this isn't good.
Like, but yeah, like that's the way it happens sometimes. So it is interesting. Like, it's just like I'm still learning. Obviously, like it's my first year, so like I'm still learning so much every day. Even some rules, like in this league, like, I think I learned. It was shootout. Like it's 5 rounds here instead of 3 rounds. So like, and like I found that out.
It's like soccer.
Like, I found that out this weekend. So like clearly we haven't been in a shootout yet. But like just was watching, like one game went to a shootout and I was like, oh, it goes like it's a 5 round. Like they're like, yeah. So yeah, clearly I'm still learning a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
It works here.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's it for me. That's it for me.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, if you have anything else, no pressure if you don't, but then we can finish up with that. But if not, we're good to probably wrap it up here.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Just it's the hockey world's pretty special. Obviously, I get to connect with you guys here, and it's obviously such a small world. Probably one of the coolest things that's come out of my career is just the people that I've gotten to meet. So like obviously, like I said, at Brown, and then like met my now current girlfriend of three and a bit years at Brown my freshman year, and like it just the amount of people, like even just through her, like I got to meet like Marshy and like get to work out with him, and then like get to train with those big guys in Nova Scotia during the summer. And like Boston, same kind of thing where it's like you have all the alumni and pro guys that come back and train at BU during the summer. Yeah. So like it's really cool getting to meet the people I've gotten to meet through my career. And that's kind of I'd say those are really the experiences like that I'll remember. Like I don't think like you asked me over Instagram like if like there was like a biggest hockey moment, and like I don't honestly like every year I kind of try and look back and because like I'll get asked kind of something like that, and like I feel like I can never think of something that actually happens in like a regular season or playoff game. Yeah, like there's not
about, the whole
like, it's like the summers and like the off ice and like that's the stuff that is really special.
Oh, great answer. Sorry, but I know we said that was gonna be it, but did you just glaze over that you train with Marshy in Nova Scotia in the summer like it's no big deal?
Yeah, like it's so like my girlfriend was a hockey player at Brown too. So she played on the women's team like from Halifax. Shout out Megan. She grew up training with Marcy's trainer and obviously past week. I'm sure you guys saw the whole thing. Obviously extremely like the hockey community is extremely supportive and stuff, and like it's the type of people like that, like I said, like that you get to meet because of hockey, but the connections end up growing so much deeper. And like JP is not only an amazing trainer, but like again is one of those guys that like again set me up to like he just put me in the pro group after a couple sessions, and forever thankful for that because I mean getting to train and see how Marshy prepares and stuff like in July, June, like August, like they're like seeing that work ethic, and then like obviously getting the invite from Marshy into those pro skates with some more big names is like the past 2 summers especially have just been probably some of the best skates of my life.
Yeah, I bet.
And like I can't say I've ever gone off one of those sessions without a big smile on my face to just like the generational thing where it's you're literally skating with idols and best players in the world. So it's pretty cool with all that. And again, JP and his whole family obviously right now is a very difficult time, and so it's one of those things where, again, just thinking of those people during those times, and that's where again just feel very fortunate to be able to meet those people.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's a great message to end on, I think, Owen.
Yeah, absolutely. That's perfect. So thank you so much for your time. I know it's really late there, so we'll let you get going. But this really meant a lot. And yeah, just thank you so much. That was great.
No worries, boys. The nice thing about pro hockey is that you don't have to do any schoolwork. So really, I didn't have too much planned for tonight. So this was awesome, and I'm sure I could just kept talking and probably made you guys log off first. So I appreciate the time to give me a distraction here. But no, it was super fun. I'm sure my brother will be hearing all about it and
be fired up.
Just tell him to just keep working hard, you know.
Yeah,
I'm not there to push him anymore. So But no, all seriousness, he's I know he's doing well, and so it's I'm happy. I'm happy he sent me the text.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah. Thank you.
Honor
so much.
to have you on the show, buddy.
Great. Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.